say that intelligence is the world's oldest profession. And here we are in the year 2007 talking about fighting terrorism with the oldest profession. After September 11th, there was much discussion that all nations needed an ability to connect the dots, to be able to draw lines between random pieces of information. And we're doing that at NATO to the best of our ability. Good morning. Could you get me to Thames House, please? What we're doing better is not just connecting the dots, but acquiring more dots. And you can do that in NATO because we have access to all of the nations that are part of the 26 full member nations of NATO, a variety of partner nations, and interestingly, over the last several years, new relationships. An example of one being the Mediterranean Dialogue, which NATO has direct contact with countries like Israel, Egypt, countries in Northern Africa. A common way that it was done in the past is bilaterally, and that's an intelligence expression that one nation will give another information and another nation will pass information back. Nations were not interested in a multilateral approach. I think that's old thinking. NATO needed intelligence to be in the 21st century. And one of the ways that it does this is through this terrorist threat intelligence unit, which I'm serving as the head of, to be able to reach out to non-traditional agencies that are part of the member nations of NATO. For example, today we are going to the British Security Service, to the MI5. Terrorists today are not wearing uniforms. They're invisible. They're hard to detect. And NATO has determined that the greatest single threat at present time to the alliance is terrorism. So it needs to put intelligence in the forefront, as well as other programs to be able to protect the alliance, protect the member nations, protect its forces, and protect its personnel.